So here's what happened, right? There's a central event. This is Aleph, or the monster, appearing, right? This is the center event. This is the focus of everything. Aleph appeared to destroy Solaris. Then there are two robots. This is Solaris. This is Aleph. Appeared to destroy Solaris, to consume Solaris. There were two robots that contained sentinels sent to protect this world from destruction by Aleph. We were also sent to protect this world from destruction. But at that moment, we arrived quite late, right? So Aleph was supposed to destroy this world. Two robots were there intercepting it at that point in time. It destroyed one was still fighting. Let's call this the past. This is the past. If you go forward here, still in Solaris, this is a lake. A little girl fell into the lake. That's aemeath. And we, the rover, we live near the lake, right? So I'm taking this. Remember, this is the past. In fact, I don't call it the past. I'll call it the core. This is the core. This is the core of everything. This is the beginning of everything. If we have to change one thing, we have to change this point here. This is the main point. This is the origin of the entire problem. This is the aemeath section. And then there's a future here where aemeath is a ghost. And it's been 10 years. This is the present. So this is present. Damn, my handwriting sucks here. aemeath fell into this as a child, and we saved her as the rover. Only able to save her. We didn't notice any talisman or anything, right? We saved her. She grew up, and a couple years later, we disappeared. She got into an accident, and she became a ghost.
My original body is still gone, of course. I'll always be a ghost in the machine.
Ha! Gay!
As she became a ghost, she was able to go into the void, which is something this lake that she fell into as a kid is. It's a void that deep in the void, time meshes together. The past, the present, the future, everything meshes together in the void. Humans die here, even us will die here. But she, as a ghost, is unaffected by it, so she could dive deeper into it and see that the robots could not defeat this thing, could not defeat this monster from consuming Solaris. She remember she said it, she saw so many remnants of other worlds that it had consumed.
Wandering through the void space, I saw the proof. A graveyard of civilizations it's already ended.
Okay. How could she stop this from consuming Solaris? The only way is to probably, alone she can't do it, but these robots could, but they just were not strong enough. So she figured if she could boost the remaining robot, she could stop this. But the problem is, at this same moment that we were falling into Solaris, this monster wanted to consume Solaris. The robots were coming to Solaris. See, the people from our homeland put in a shield around Solaris to keep this monster away.
During that initial event, the court of Savante briefly glimpsed a figure of a white-haired woman. She vanished in an instant, leaving countless puzzles in her wake.
So if she stops this robot, or rather, if she stops this monster with this robot, she, the monster, and the robot will be locked out of Solaris forever. So she decided to make that sacrifice. So she decided to go from here back to here, and we followed her. But on our way there, we became too weak. Our resonance energy was consumed by the lake, by the void in the lake, so we couldn't cross completely. So we were trying to grab her. At that moment that we're trying to grab her, the aemeath that fell into the lake appeared before us. So we didn't have enough strength to cross to here. We had to save aemeath. So we grabbed the talisman and we grabbed aemeath, and we tried pushing her out of the water, but we lost our resonance energy. We lost most of it before we could push her completely. And when we pushed with our last strength and fell back down, that's when the resonator here saved aemeath. But because we ourselves have already fallen down deeper into the void, we didn't see us. We didn't see us, so we saved aemeath here. In this timeline here, we saved aemeath. Aemeath, as a child, became our kid, trained, grew up to this point, and will come back here. So it will be a loop that will continue. So in order to break that loop, we ourselves were falling back down here. We would have died. If we died here, that would be the end of the loop here for us. So aemeath, that was going back in time, saw us here almost disappearing and saved us and pushed us back. But the us that she pushed back had the talisman, you get. So she pushed us back, went back here in time to the core memory and helped this robot that was left to push the aemeath, the monster, away. And then Solaris was sealed with the Ethereum sea, so the monster could not enter. Aemeath from the past, that her soul was blocked from entering Solaris. But because we have that talisman of Aemeath and we were pushed back to the present, the timeline tried to rectify itself, and normally Aemeath was supposed to be a ghost here, but because we have that talisman, her body was recreated. So her body exists here, but her soul exists here, all the way to still here in the present.
Don't be sad.
What the fuck?
Her soul has been in this part of time because it's locked out here. So her soul has been here all the way through this till the present now. The soul cannot enter because Solaris is still blocked. The portal is blocked. The sky is sealed. So we have to find a way to break through the sky, break through the portal, and get Aemeath's soul back into her body. Now we can get the soul from any timeline. We can get the soul from the core timeline after she has fought and pushed this monster away. Or we can get the soul from the present by breaking through the barrier. But we have to get the soul back. Then the soul can get into the body and Aemeath will be complete. Right now, all we have is Aemeath's body. Soul is outside Solaris. I hope that helps. That's what happened. That's why you don't mess with time. There's always a price to pay. The story is insanely well written, but how are we gonna get her back? Because next quest is Luke, right? Unless Luke helps us to get her back, it's going to be difficult. Remember, we went to a space station, and a space station from the old times where people were still exploring the space. Because after that, Ethereum sea covered the Solaris, the entire planet. People could not explore space anymore. And Luke says he can read their writing and he can operate their stuff. So maybe we'll be able to find a way to operate those things with Luke to go out there to grab her soul back. Maybe, I don't know. But is that really a Luke storyline, or is it still aemeath storyline? I don't know anymore. Will they allow that happen in Luke's story quest in the next patch? I don't know. Literally from ancient times, gladiators, time of the Romans, we just jumped into astronauts landing on the moon and stuff. I don't know what people feel playing this, but I loved it, but I'm pissed. How do you tell me we have a daughter, we have a literal child, she's this awesome, and then you just kill her within 3 hours?